I think last time I was just welding up said cab corners in the truck, and then I went on vacation for a few days. But I'm back, and I've got the cab corners welded in. Get you off here. Cab corners are all welded in. They're looking pretty good, and I got a shadow going across. Got that one over there. It's all ready to go. This one's ready to go, and I am going to put some filler on these cab corners today and get them all smoothed out so I can get ready to paint this thing. After I do these, I'm going to get to work on this. On the frame, I'm going to take the needle scaler to it and get all that surface rust off of there, and then spray it down with Ospo, which I got a new bottle of Ospo, I don't know, a week or two ago, I think. But anyway, she's coming along. I think it's going to turn out real good. And so let's get to putting some body filler on this. So when you're getting your body filler ready to apply, I believe you're supposed to mix it 50-1. I just put whatever you're using out, and then just put a line of hardener across it, and then mix it in and just fold it over on top of itself. Don't stir it up, you'll get air in it. And just keep doing that until you get a solid color. I sanded up, not sure if you can see on the truck, sanded up into the white a little bit and down to the first body line. And then I took wax and grease remover and cleaned that all off. And so it's all ready to go. From what I have seen, most body fillers say it's okay to apply the body filler over like OEM paint if it's scratched up and prepped properly. But then they also recommend not doing it because you never know. They can't be 100% certain on what kind of paint and everything. So most of them say to apply over bare metal. So I'm going to finish mixing this all up, and then we'll get slapping some on there. Okay, so when you got one color and there's no streaks or anything in it of the hardener, start putting it on. Not sure how much of this you'll be able to see with me in the way. Something like that. Might have a little too much hardener in it, it's setting up pretty quick. Now, like I've commented before, I am no professional, so this is just from experience of doing it before. It was getting a little dry back here when I was putting it on, so I'm going to have to go over that again, I'm pretty sure, and I didn't get right there in the corner. But when you first put it on, you're not shaping it. And personally, I think that's a mistake that a lot of people make, is they try to form it on their first pass with filler, and all you're doing with the first coat, I think, is just getting it on there. And it may look kind of sloppy, who cares? You're going to be sanding a majority of it off anyway. Once you get all the low spots out, that's when you start shaping it. So I'm going to let this set up and I'll get to sanding. While your filler is still a little bit green and not fully set up, you can knock off the lines that you left with your spreader. And this is just a 16-inch Durablock, and I got 36 grit on there. And just real lightly go over this, and you can sand a lot easier, and you can take these lines out that you left with your spreader. I'm not real worried about the back side of the cab corners. You hardly see them, and it's got those plastic pieces that go over there anyway, which I think I'll stick back on. But here on the side, I'm going to be a little more particular about it. So this is what I'm left with right now, and admittedly it doesn't look real pretty. I went over it with 36 grit and then I went over it with 80 grit. And there's a couple of high spots, one right there and one right there, which I can't even feel them with my hand. I can't even, they're just minute. I put a level straight edge between this one and that one, and there's just ever so tiny of a gap between these two. But then it's coming up right there a little bit too. It's just, like I said, I can't feel it with my hand. But I'm using high build primer, and hopefully I can smooth that out. I'm going to leave it the way it is. Doesn't look real pretty. I thought I had a high spot. That must be where I thought I had a high spot, right in there when I welded it. I think this is going to be okay. It's just well, I don't know, I can't feel it. There's the body filler that I've been using. It's Aerocoat Rage Gold. Sands pretty easy. I like it. It's kind of expensive, but I've used some cheaper stuff and it sands like a rock. This stuff sands pretty nice. That's the primer I'm going to be using. It's made by Tamco, which is a company down in Florida. It's supposed to be kind of a corrosion resistant primer. Anyway, that's what I'm using. And it's a high build primer, so you can spray it and sand it and spray it and sand it. So maybe 2 or 3 coats right along there and I can get that leveled out. I don't think it's bad the way it is, but it doesn't look very pretty right now. So it wasn't a real long video or a real in-depth video. I mean, putting on body filler isn't rocket science, but I'm not a professional either, and it probably shows right here. The primer I have is a direct to metal primer, and like I said, it's a high build. I can't feel this with my hand, so it can't be too bad. So hopefully I can get that leveled out. But I can tell you right now, it's about 90 degrees down here. The dew point was 73 the last time I looked, and I'm rather warm. So I'm going to head up to the house and probably come back down here tonight and finish this up. I've got the other side to do, which I have some filler on, but I haven't sanded any of it yet. So I need to do that side, and then I've also got some places on the hood that I need to do. The frame to do, which won't take too terribly long to do that. And then I need to get to prepping the truck for primer and paint. Back here on the frame, a couple of weeks ago, I sprayed some OSPO on the frame, here where it's all blackish looking. And then again, right in, I think I sprayed OSPO there. I either sprayed OSPO or I found some of this stuff that I had, and I'm not sure how it works. I've sprayed one side of this bumper back here. This was all rusty looking. One side got OSPO and one side got this stuff, and I don't know which is which. And then over on this side, I'm pretty sure this was sprayed with this stuff. I need to take the needle scaler to it first, and then I'm going to spray it down with OSPO. I'm not sure why the back of the cab looks like this. It's full of crud. Wax and grease remover will probably take that off. And then up here on the hood, there's actually more dents on it than I thought there was. If I can see the darn things. I know there's one right, kind of a big one right there. And there's kind of a, you can probably see that right in there. That'll be pretty easy to fix. And there's another one there. Looks like it might have got some hail damage or something at one time. I got it off of that dually that was in another video when I went down to the salvage yard. And really the reason I got it was because there wasn't any rust. This side doesn't look too bad. And it won't take too much to fix this. These hoods like to rust up along this seam. and this one had no rust on it. It was in really good shape except for a few little dings on the top, which those will be really easy to fix. Well, I was going to show you my green hood because it had rust up in that seam pretty bad, but I'd have to pull the white hood out and then turn the green hood around, so I'm not going to do that. Well, look who it is. What's up, Mox? Say hi. No? Come on. Anyway, we're making progress on the truck. I think that's going to turn out just fine. I am still wanting to do the license plate wall. So if you want to send me license plates or stickers or just anything else you want to see on the channel or just feel like sending me, the address is in the YouTube descriptions below. So I hope you like this video. I'm going to get back to putting out more videos here, and they should be more exciting as we go along. Please subscribe, comment down below, give it a thumbs up, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.